Hi, Janelle here with Sheep Hill Herbs. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming and watching this video. However you got here, I'm just happy that you landed here on my page, and I definitely think there is a reason for it. As in my own personal search for healing, I've landed on certain pages and with certain teachers and found exactly what I needed, even if it was just like a one-time thing. So I'm going to do a series of videos, and they'll be interspersed between my herb videos, and they are going to be centered around the theme of art and healing and becoming a creative person. And a number of years ago, I would say it's like 4 years ago now, I completed this book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and I'll have this book in the description down below. You can link over to Amazon and get it, especially if you plan on continuing with me on this channel and following my videos. I will be going through every single week of lessons. There's 12 lessons. It will probably take me more than 12 videos to put everything together, but you can follow along with me, commenting down below with each video. Sharing your process would be absolutely amazing. If you wanted to send emails to me with any more in-depth sharing about the process, that would be really great. But this book, super wonderful and healing for every type of person, and you do not have to be an artist. So if you have any little tiny, teeny bit of desire to pursue something artistic, I would say pick up this book, get it on Amazon. Please go through my link and follow along with me on these videos. The very first lesson, the author goes into 2 habits that you want to establish right away. And the first one is called the morning pages, or she calls them the morning pages. And all you need is a journal. Any kind of journal with lined pages will do. And you are developing a habit of kind of like emptying your mind onto the page. It's a writing of stream of consciousness. It is not to be judged or to even be read over, which you can, but I would really recommend you don't read the pages for quite some time, that you just write every day, put the date, and move on. Julia recommends, that the author, that you do 3 pages. And I have found that to be pretty accurate. I sometimes struggle to get to 3, but I kind of push myself, and it works like this. The morning is a great time to write, but if morning does not suit you, I always believe in flexibility and working with the best schedule for yourself. Sometimes I write in the afternoon. Oftentimes I write before I go to bed because the day has been so full and you kind of want to unload. Now, as far as making art, the morning is my preferred time because after I do these morning pages, I am freed up to make art. And but I'm just trying to tell you, if you have to change the time, what does this look like? The morning pages is taking time to basically, if you're getting up and you are doing them in the morning, before you do anything else, you're going to write things out. And I would recommend getting pens that you really enjoy and are fun to work with. You wake up, maybe you had a dream that you remember, write that dream down. This can be very choppy. I'll just read you a few lines just so you get the idea. So this was yesterday. I wrote big gap in entries. And I wrote that because I found this journal and I had used it before, and it was dated from like, oh my gosh, even maybe a year or two ago. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start from here. So I wrote big gap in entries. This is not my regular book, but I don't want to go upstairs. So this is, like I'm saying, stream of consciousness. It doesn't matter what you're writing. I didn't want to go up and get my other book. My nose is running. Experiencing allergies. I think it's because we never had sickness this winter, which cleanses the body. So that's, I'm just like writing out my thoughts. And sometimes your thoughts might be crazy. Sometimes they might be happy. Sometimes they might be repetitive. But you're looking for patterns. Let's see what else I have here. I also think I absolutely should not eat dairy ever. And that is, I do know that I am very intolerant of dairy, but sometimes I sneak it in there. But it definitely causes me to have, mucus in my system. I feel good this morning. Had a strong cup of catnip tea before bed. That seems to really help. So there you can see, it's just like these thoughts, short sentences. Sometimes I write really long run-on sentences. Sometimes I'm angry, but you're clearing the mind. You want to clear the mind and get to the other side where healing is. Oftentimes I kind of just like go through this part and then I get to what is the exciting part. This is where the ideas come from. This is where your epiphanies come from. Once you kind of get through like this like blah stuff, then you can get to some of the like, okay, this is what I really want to do today. This is what I'm excited about. Let me see if I can do something or read something that's a little bit more exciting. So here I said, I want to move to a place where there is art, culture, interest, and cool people. I really want to connect with awesome people who are conscious-minded. I want to be in a different place. Am I wrong? Like Maine, but not Maine. I have a strong desire to move. I want land and a simple feng shui home to move to. With working utilities, windows, stone, wood, nature elements, designed by an actual architect for harmony. So after I got through kind of like, this is my shopping list of stuff, then I kind of got to what I really felt in my heart. And right now, lately, I've just been having this really strong desire to be in a different place for connective purposes, and also just kind of like simplifying my life and connecting more to nature, even more than I already am. And we are pretty connected, but there's a lot of construction going up in our area, and warehouses, and there's more traffic noise. We were situated back from the road quite a bit, but over the last year or two, it's gotten louder and louder. So I feel this pull, this nature pull, this pull to a spot. And, I feel bad saying that. I feel bad because I love my home and I should be more grateful. Like, that's what my critic, the inner critic is what prevents you from being the artist. The critic tells me, well, you should be grateful. You live in a beautiful place. Everyone always says how beautiful it is. But I still feel this pulling, this stirring. And that's what we're trying to get to as far as like releasing morning pages. That's what you're going to start with. That's what you're going to do if you're following along with me with this Artist's Way book. And there's something else called the Artist's Date. And this is where you start setting up dates for yourself, like once a week, where you do something that you really want to artistically do. Maybe it's take a dance class. Maybe it's go to a yoga class. Maybe it is to pop into an art gallery. Maybe you want to go and buy some new art supplies, but you're setting this like time and space for yourself to go do something artistically that you really want to do, and you make sure it happens. These two things are pivotal. And I have to emphasize this because I went through this book before, and during the process or after, I had my daughter, and she's now almost 4, and I got away from these two habits, and I really did lose myself, and I kind of became artistically blocked again. And I know it's because I gave up the morning pages and the Artist's Date. I did not stick with them. So I strongly urge, get this habit, get it cemented where you're like, I'm never ever giving this up. Just like you probably feel like I'm never giving up chocolate, or I'm never giving up my morning cup of tea or coffee. I'm never giving up my morning pages, and I'm never giving up my artist date. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really spoke to you. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're on board to follow along with me on this art journey. And like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Stay for my personal book commercial, 3 self-published books that I published. Well, actually 2 were the past year, and I don't know how I squeezed them out, but the crux of what I wrote was done when I was in my most creative flow a couple years ago, but I'm getting back to that flow, and I hope you can join me along with that flowing journey. Thanks. So before you head out, I want to share with you 3 books I've self-published. They are listed in the description down below, and you can link over. They are on Amazon, so check them out. I have a booklet. This is my all you need to know about making herbal tea. It's a great beginner guide. It is about making herbal tea with leaves and flower parts, and it's perfect. It's gonna get you started on herbal teas. Then I also have my children's book, The Story of the Gluten-Free Kid. This was written by me and illustrated with the help of my kids, and perfect for anybody who has any gluten-free kids. A really fun story that will help them not feel so alone. And then the 3rd book is my Mommy and Me journaling activities for love and serenity, and art journaling activities, I should have said. This is to be done with an art journal or an art notebook, and it is basically activities. So you have the still life activity, you have the doodle activity, you have, it's called the I am activity. So my 3 books on Amazon, link from the description. Help me out. Thanks so much.